When a hurricane is heading towards your home and evacuations are ordered, do you know where you will go? Evacuation shelters were open as needed before, during, and after a hurricane, but it's important to remember that shelters should be a last resort. Public shelters are provided for those who have no other place to go. When evacuating, think of going tens of miles, not hundreds. Sometimes it doesn't take much distance to get you safely away from the storm surge. Think, run from water, hide from wind. Make arrangements with a friend or relative who lives in a well-constructed home. A home that is out of the evacuation area, that is properly protected to withstand hurricane-force winds. You'll be more comfortable in a less crowded environment and among friends, rather than staying in an often cramped public shelter. If a public shelter is the only option for you and your family, what can you expect? Evacuation shelter locations vary and will be announced as they open in Escambia County, but they are often located in schools or other public buildings. When arriving at the shelter, each person will be assigned a small area for themselves and their belongings. An individual will typically be given a space that's about 20 square feet with no walls or dividers. So keep in mind that shelters do not offer much privacy. Shelters are generally crowded and uncomfortable, especially when the power goes out and there's no ventilation. There are often long lines to use restrooms and to get food, and shelters can be very noisy, making it difficult to rest or sleep. Keep in mind, you may have to stay in the shelter for several days. So, what should you bring to a shelter? You'll need to come to a shelter prepared with several items to support you and your family for at least 4 days. These items include clothing, toiletries and personal items, blankets or sleeping bags, pillows, non-perishable snacks, medications, and games for your children, just to name a few. For a full list of what to bring to a shelter, visit BeReadyEscambia.com. So remember, shelters are provided for public use in the event an evacuation becomes necessary, but they should be an absolute last resort for you and your family. Now is the time to make your disaster plan. Talk to your friends and family and know where you will go when the time comes to evacuate. Learn more at BeReadyEscambia.com and remember to look up your evacuation zone today at myescambia.com/knowyourzone.